Hello, my name is Daniel Diaz. I was one of the engineers on the Food Frequency Questionnaire project, along with my partner Arle Bode. The product owner is Dr. Cristina Palacios and our instructor Masood Sinjari. This is our intro video. So the problem was that Dr. Cristina Palacios had developed a food frequency questionnaire for infants that was getting requested very often in a form that proceeded with the following steps. A pediatrician or researcher would request a copy of the questionnaire to her. She would email them a PDF copy. It would be filled out manually, then sent back to Dr. Palacios for a manual calculation, in which she'd then send a nutrient breakdown and some dietary recommendations based on some data. The goal of this project was to turn this manual process into a more automated process through software, and in turn use the internet to expand the reach of this questionnaire. After various conversations with the product owner, she decided she wanted a little bit more control over who can issue this questionnaire. So this ruled out just a simple web application that could be accessed by anyone that would spit back the results. In this case, it would consist of one of the actors of the system, which is the issuer, and the issuer would request to set access to this questionnaire or a bulk set of questionnaires, because this issuer could be either a pediatrician who wants it for a patient or a researcher who wants an aggregate result set of, say, 30 or 50 questionnaires. The administrator, in this case would be Dr. Cristina Palacios, would have the ability to approve, reject these requests for the questionnaire, as well as to be able to view some metrics over how many questionnaires issued, answered, etc. From the issuer portal. The participant would be a parent or usually the parent responding for an infant, which would take this questionnaire via a valid questionnaire ID that would be issued once the issuer creates a questionnaire. And then this result set would be sent back to the issuer. We designed the system in the following way. A backend microservice written in Java and Spring Boot to handle the food item database. This would keep track of the food items and their nutrient lists, as well as have a calculation endpoint to calculate the results of a particular amount of each food item. And then a questionnaire service, which would handle issuer requests, store results, questionnaire IDs. Both services would be able to be accessed by an administrator portal, which has not been built yet. And the issuer web portal is where an issuer would request access and then view results of taken questionnaires. So in this iteration, we built the web application to actually take the questionnaire, which interacts with both the backend services that we also built in this first iteration. We can go to the overall structure of the project. The project is the Food Frequency Questionnaire project on Bitbucket. Project documentation, since there's so many, we have about 4 repos of code. Project documentation is where we isolated all the documentation that was accrued during this semester. This links for videos will include this video as well as others, a brief description of each code repo, as well as some other useful information could be found here. The questionnaire service is the code for the backend service that handles, as I mentioned earlier, issuer requests, stores results, and questionnaire IDs. Food item service holds the food item database and nutrient list, as well as the calculation endpoint. And the web application, which interacts with both to validate a questionnaire ID, as well as pull food item data and calculate results. And then this is just a repo of containers written via Docker files and Docker Compose, which is basically a working prototype and a basis for further Docker management of this system going forward. And instructions can be found in READMEs in each one of these code repos. And that's it for the intro video. Thank you very much.